Have you ever wondered why Oman is called the Jewel of Arabia? Its traditions are unlike anywhere else. Omani women still carry customs that feel ancient and refined. Alcohol is rare, but soda flows at celebrations. Frankincense was once worth more than gold, and its scent still fills the air. Even camels here can cost as much as a luxury car. And behind it all stands a royal heritage older than most nations. Oman doesn't shout. It quietly astonishes. Number 1, the longest reigning royal family. Did you know that Oman has one of the longest uninterrupted monarchies in the world? Since 1744, the Al Saud dynasty has ruled without a break, quietly, steadily, and without the dramatic upheavals seen in other kingdoms. It's almost like history chose to move slowly here, preserving something rare. Then came Sultan Qaboos bin Said, a ruler whose name still carries deep respect. For more than 50 years, he guided Oman from quiet isolation to modern stability. Roads, schools, and hospitals began to rise where deserts once stretched untouched. Education became free. Healthcare became accessible. And instead of rushing toward modernity, Oman blended the old with the new, gracefully, deliberately. But here's where it gets even more interesting. In a region known for lavish lifestyles and strong drinks, Oman took a different path. Here, at celebrations and gatherings, alcohol is often replaced by soda, coffee, and traditional spiced drinks. Number 2, Mountain Dew, the alcohol of Oman. If you ask someone in Oman what drink they love most, you'll probably get one answer: Mountain Dew. It's everywhere. On supermarket shelves, in tiny roadside shops, at family dinners, celebrations, and late-night hangouts. Some Omanis even joke that Mountain Dew is the country's alcohol. And in a way, the comparison makes sense. Because Oman follows Islamic traditions that limit the sale and drinking of alcohol, people looked for something that felt fun, social, and exciting, without breaking the rules. Mountain Dew became that choice. Its sharp citrus flavor blends perfectly with Oman's rich, spicy food, and soon it became part of everyday life. When Coca-Cola tried to take over the market, it barely made a ripple. The loyalty was already too strong. Alcohol, on the other hand, can only be bought with a government permit or at high-end hotels. Break the rules, and the consequences are serious. But drinks are just the beginning. What comes next is something far older, rarer, and precious, a scent that once rivaled gold. Number 3, aromatic frankincense. Long before oil shaped the Gulf, Oman was famous for something far older and more mysterious: frankincense. This precious resin comes from the boswellia tree, which grows almost only in the dry valleys of Dhofar. Oman produces some of the world's finest frankincense, nearly 17% of the global supply, and its ancient trade routes were so important that UNESCO recognized the region as a World Heritage Site. Walk through the markets of Salalah and the air itself feels ancient, heavy with sweet smoke. In Omani homes, burning frankincense is a quiet ritual of welcome and purity. The smoke scents clothes, hair, and rooms. Beyond its fragrance, people have long used it to calm the mind, heal the body, and ease the spirit. Number 4, unique and intriguing traditions of Omani women. Omani women carry a beauty that feels both timeless and modern at the same time. One of the most unique symbols of this identity is the Omani burqa mask, a carefully shaped piece of cloth or thin metal that varies in style depending on tribe and region. For older women, it is part of everyday life. For younger women, it appears during weddings, festivals, and cultural celebrations, like a reminder of heritage that still lives. Another tradition is the art of perfuming with frankincense. Women burn the resin in beautifully carved burners and stand over the rising smoke, allowing it to settle into their hair, skin, and clothes. The scent stays for hours, soft, warm, and unforgettable, something no bottled perfume can truly replace. And then there is henna, drawn not just for weddings but for every joyful moment: births, gatherings, holidays. Patterns that tell stories without a single word. Number 5, the Zainith. In Oman, a society known for its conservative values, there exists a little-known third gender identity called the Zainith. Their presence is unique because, in a place where homosexuality is not socially accepted and can even be punished, the Zainith are still recognized as part of the cultural structure. The Zenith are biologically male, yet they adopt feminine behavior, gestures, and style. They do not fully belong to the category of men or women, they form a third space in between. You can identify them by their pastel-colored robes, softer than the bright white worn by men, and their hair, which is often grown to a medium length, neither strictly masculine nor feminine. Their social identity is shaped not just by appearance, but by their roles in relationships and community life. This distinction allows them to exist within tradition, without directly challenging it. Number 6. The Khyar Oman's iconic dagger. The khanjar is far more than a dagger in Oman, it is a symbol of identity. Every Omani man grows up knowing its meaning, carrying it not only on his belt during special occasions but also in his sense of pride. The blade is short and curved, resting in a beautifully crafted silver or leather sheath, often passed down through generations. You'll see it worn at weddings, national ceremonies, and important gatherings. The khanjar stands for courage, honor, and manhood. It is so respected that its image appears on Oman's national flag, its currency, and even official government seals. Number 7. The most expensive perfume in the world. Oman is the birthplace of one of the world's most exclusive perfume houses, Al Muaj. It was founded in the 1980s by the Omani royal family after Sultan Qaboos requested a fragrance that would honor the nation's ancient perfume heritage. The goal was not just beauty, but meaning, a gift worthy of kings, queens, and world leaders. Even the bottles tell a story. Their shapes and details reflect Omani culture, from the khanjar dagger to the dome of the Sultan Qaboos Grand Mosque. The scents themselves are rich, layered, and unforgettable, often using Omani frankincense as a signature note. With such craftsmanship comes rarity. A 100 milliliters bottle can cost around 300 Omani rials, about $800. These perfumes are collected like art, admired from Paris to Tokyo. Number 8. The camel that costs a Ferrari. When we talk about luxury in Oman, it's impossible to ignore the camel, an animal that has risen far beyond its ancient role. What may surprise you is just how valuable some of these camels are today. A top racing camel in Oman can cost as much as a Ferrari. In the past, camels were essential for survival in the desert. They carried families across endless dunes, gave milk and meat, and even played a role in marriage traditions. Today, they have become symbols of wealth, pride, and prestige. Camel racing has transformed into a high-stakes sport worth millions. Owners pamper their prize camels with special diets of honey, dates, cow's milk, and even athlete-grade supplements. Their training includes guided runs, massages, and daily grooming. The goal isn't only speed, it's elegance, endurance, and presence. Yet, beyond the racetracks, many camels still roam freely across Oman's quiet countryside, a reminder of the desert's timeless rhythm. Number 9. World Heritage Sites. Oman is home to 4 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, each revealing a different chapter of its long history. The most iconic is Bala Fort, a huge fortress rising from the desert like something out of a legend. Built of mud, brick, and stone in the 13th century, it once protected the powerful Banu Neban tribe. Its tall walls and watchtowers show both strength and remarkable architecture. Further west lie the ancient sites of Bat, Al-Qadm, and Al-Ain, where tombs and stone structures from over 4,000 years ago still stand. Then there is the Aflaj irrigation system, an ingenious network of underground water channels developed centuries ago to bring life to dry land. And in the far south, the land of frankincense, where ruins of old ports still hold the scent of a trade that once made Oman famous. Number 10. These non-existent crime rate. In a world where news is filled with crime and chaos, Oman feels almost unreal. It is one of the few places where you can leave your doors unlocked, walk at midnight, and still feel completely safe. This sense of peace is not accidental, it comes from culture. Omani society is built on respect, faith, and personal honor. From childhood, people are taught that hurting someone, stealing, or deceiving isn't just illegal, it damages dignity and breaks trust within the community. The justice system also plays a strong role. Rooted in Sharia principles, laws are firm and consequences for theft, corruption, or violence are serious, which discourages crime. But justice here is not only about punishment. Mediation, apology, and reconciliation are often encouraged to restore relationships. Most of all, Oman's social bonds keep the peace. Families stay close, neighbors look out for each other, and reputation matters. In Oman, community itself is the guardian. Number 11, terrorism-free oasis. For decades, while countries around it have faced wars, protests, and extremism, Oman has remained calm, almost like a quiet island in the middle of storms. One of the biggest reasons is its foreign policy of neutrality. Oman does not rush to take sides. Instead, it chooses to stand in the middle, listening, understanding, and helping others communicate. It has acted as a bridge between rival nations more than once, earning a reputation as a silent negotiator. It rarely seeks attention, yet its influence is felt in conversations that happen behind closed doors. This approach has protected the country from many external dangers. Inside Oman, the government focuses on preventing problems before they grow. Security services work carefully, but without making daily life feel tense or watched. There are no loud patrols or heavy military presence in the streets. Peace here feels natural, because it is built on mutual trust between the people and the state. Number 12, the addictive beverage coffee kahwa. If there is one drink that truly captures the heart of Oman, it is kahwa, the nation's traditional coffee. It is not served in large mugs or fancy cafe cups, but in tiny handleless cups called finjan, and always paired with dates. This pairing is so meaningful that it is considered a gesture of welcome, warmth, and honor. Omani kahwa looks and tastes different from the dark coffee most people know. It is pale golden in color, lightly brewed, and softly spiced. The flavor comes from cardamom, saffron, and sometimes rose water or cloves, giving it a fragrance that feels gentle and soothing rather than strong or bitter, almost like drinking warmth itself. But the real beauty lies in the ritual. When a guest enters an Omani home, the first act of hospitality is to offer kahwa. The host pours from a long-spouted dala pot using the right hand, symbolizing respect. The guest drinks slowly, and when finished, shakes the cup lightly to say they've had enough. You'll see this ritual everywhere: homes, weddings, business meetings, road trips. Kahwa isn't just a drink. It is how Oman says, sit. Rest. You are welcome here. Number 13, enchanting doors. In Oman, beauty is not only found in mountains or mosques. It lives right at the entrance of every home. Traditional Omani doors are not merely doors, they are stories carved into wood. When you walk through the old neighborhoods of Muscat, Nizwa, or Sur, it is almost impossible not to pause. The doors here are striking. Large wooden panels decorated with detailed geometric patterns, floral designs, and Arabic calligraphy, each line shaped by skilled hands. Some doors shine with brass studs that glimmer in the sun. Others are painted in deep blues, warm reds, or earthy greens. These designs are not random decoration. They reflect identity. Historically, the style and detail of a door told you who lived inside, their heritage, status, and pride. Many doors carry verses from the Quran, believed to bring protection and blessing. Even the placement of metal studs held meaning, strengthening the door while guarding against envy or misfortune. What makes Omani doors unforgettable is how they endure. Many are centuries old, weathered, yet elegant. Families preserve them, restore them, and pass them down like treasure. They are entrances, yes, but also history, memory, and art. Number 14, ancient souks for miles. If Omani doors reveal the spirit of a home, then its souks are the beating heart of the nation. Enter a souk and you step into a world where history is not displayed behind glass, it breathes around you. These markets are labyrinths of narrow lanes, lit softly and filled with scents, colors, and voices that feel timeless. The most famous is Mutra Souk in Muscat. Here, the air is rich with the fragrance of frankincense, sandalwood, and myrrh. Shops overflow with silver jewelry, embroidered shawls, brass lamps, and the curved khanjar dagger. The shopkeepers greet you warmly, offering dates, saffron, and perfume oils while sharing stories that feel older than memory. Travel inland and you'll reach Nizwa Souk, one of the oldest in the Arabian Peninsula. Every Friday, locals gather for a livestock auction, where goats, cows, and even camels circle a stone yard as buyers call out their bids. The scene feels both ancient and alive, a blend of community, rhythm, and tradition. Each souk has its own personality, but together they form one story. Oman remembers where it comes from and invites you to feel it too. Number 15. Amazing shipbuilders. Before Oman was known for oil, resorts, and perfumes, it was a nation shaped by the sea. Its people were explorers and skilled shipbuilders who sailed across oceans long before maps were common. That legacy still lives in the traditional dhow, the wooden sailing vessel that has become a symbol of Omani identity. In the coastal city of Sur, this craft continues much as it did centuries ago. Walk along the shoreline and you'll hear hammers tapping wood, planks being bent gently into place, and craftsmen working with quiet focus. There are no big machines here. Every dhow is built entirely by hand, piece by piece, using knowledge passed down from father to son. The builders use strong woods like teak and acacia, join the pieces with wooden pegs, and shape each curve with care. The result is a boat that is both strong and graceful, built not only to travel, but to carry a story. Today, dhows are no longer needed for trade, yet Oman still builds them with pride. They sail for festivals, for heritage, and for memory, honoring the ocean that once connected Oman to the world.